Hello and welcome back to the FM23 Path to Glory series of Tottenham Hotspur. This is episode number 2. I'm LSFM, and yeah, let's jump straight into it. So, last episode I said that we'd come back for the Liverpool game and the Arsenal game, but then I somehow just completely forgot about the Champions League group stage. I mean, the licensing is a new feature this year, but I somehow forgot, so I decided to play this Liverpool game off camera, and then today we're going to be doing the Dortmund game and then the Arsenal game. So the first Champions League group stage game and the first North London derby of the series. And before we go on, I just want to show you our Champions League group here. So we've been drawn against Porto, Dortmund, and Dinamo Zagreb. Now, this group it isn't the toughest group, but it's not the easiest either. I mean, Porto and Dortmund are definitely capable of beating Spurs. I think if they get a bit lucky. Dinamo Zagreb we should get 6 points off them, but these two here they could beat Spurs. We might not top the group, but it could have been harder. So Dortmund probably provide the biggest threat, but I feel like we should be able to pull through. I mean, given the start we've made to the season, I feel like we're definitely capable. The board want us to reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and depending on who we get in the knockouts, that's either doable or not. So anyway, let's talk about the game since you were last here. So we started with a 4-2 defeat away at Manchester City, and this game we were poor in this game. We played the 4-3-3, and we used this actually for most of the games off camera. I'll explain why in a bit, but we were just outclassed by City. Rodri scored an absolute banger. I mean, Haaland was just Haaland, and yeah, I mean, City are pretty good, aren't they? So yeah, it wasn't a good performance, but I didn't feel too bad about it because they're Manchester City. I do want to show you though a goal from Son, which actually opened the scoring for us though. So yeah, this was in like the opening stage of the game. The Son was just played through by Kane, and this finish was very interesting. I don't. Edison just couldn't reach it, and Son just sort of lobbed it over him. It was a very good finish, but ultimately we got a consolation goal through Asensio towards the end in the 64th minute, but it wasn't enough at all. We just couldn't get back into the game. City dominated. But then we bounced back with a 4-0 win away at Brighton, and this was a great response to that defeat. We absolutely dominated this match. Um, Brighton didn't stand a chance. It was just easy. 3.66 G, 26 shots, and it was just great. Asensio with 2 assists and Di Lorenzo with an 8.1 rating. I mean, these new signings looking good already, eh? Um, I do want to show you this goal from Bentancur to open the scoring because it was just great. So yeah, this was the first goal of the game, and it was a great goal. You'll see running through, and that's just a great finish. And that kind of showed me that this team we're going to win this game easily. Brighton just didn't stand a chance. Our game plan worked very well. It was kind of like the Everton game. We just shut them down. The next game was another 4-0 win at home to Aston Villa. I mean, Asensio and heung-min both got braces. It was an easy match really. Another game where we sort of mostly dominated, not as dominant as we were against Brighton, but I mean we dominated the ball. They had a few more chances than Brighton did, but I mean we deserved to win, and that's how it went. Then a 2-0 win away at St James's Park. Now this game was it may look kind of comfortable with that scoreline, but it wasn't at all. Newcastle played very well. I mean it could have gone either way up until Richarlison scored really. Um, Yeah, it was very close in terms of XG. And as you can see from the XG story, Newcastle actually had a better side for most of the game until Richarlison came off the bench and scored. And yeah, I was a bit worried about this game. I thought we might end up losing because we just couldn't create as many chances as Newcastle up until this point. But then Richarlison scored and Son wrapped it up in the 92nd minute, and we left Newcastle very happy with that win. The final game off camera was a 2-1 defeat to Liverpool. This was quite disappointing because I feel like we could have got something from this match. I mean, Hugo Lloris got a 6.2, and I did say last episode about his error proneness, and it's kind of shown here. I mean, he's now only a 2.5 star ability player. He's 35. He may be the captain here, but he's not going to get any better than this. And I feel like we definitely need to be looking for a replacement player for Lloris because he's not the long term solution here. And if he's going to make errors, then I'll drop you for Fraser Forster, mate. All right, I'll drop you for Fraser Forster. So definitely in the next summer at least, we need to be finding a new keeper because Lloris just isn't it. much like how I feel about Matt Doherty and Emerson Royale. Um, Romero also got a 6.2. I'm a bit concerned about Romero. I mean, he was good in the first game he played, but since then he's been kind of terrible. I don't know why all this is reset. Form wise, 6.64 in the last 5 games. That's not good enough. I don't know what it is about ball playing defenders in this game, but even in my personal save with Chelsea, I've had Thiago Silva playing that role for Fana, and they consistently get below 6.5, and I don't understand why. I don't know what it is with ball playing defenders this year. So I might just change his role to central defender in future. I mean, his passing isn't that good anyway, but I was hoping for more from Romero, to be honest. He's not been good enough. Um, and yeah, in terms of the match, we could have got something out of it. I mean, we had more shots than them, but and more possession too, but we just weren't clinical enough in front of goal. I do want to show you this goal from Kane just because it's funny. See, we were 1-0 down at this point, and I thought from this moment on, with Kane scoring, we could, um, push on for a winner maybe. Gomez just decided to cross it into Kane and just reacts so fast to head it past Allison. But all that leaves us in third place in the league, and considering we've only lost to Man City and Liverpool, who are both above us right now, the best teams in the league, we can be quite pleased with our start. I mean, third place with Spurs is good. We're not looking to win the league this season. We just want to finish top four. That's where we should be, and push on. We're going to push on from there. Hopefully next summer with some new signings. See, I'm quite pleased with the start we've had. Really, I mean, top performers so far have been Son with 5 goals and six. Asensio, I mean, he's been very good for 4 goals, 3 assists. He's been great. Kane chipping in with two goals, 2 assists. He's not scored that many, but I just feel like we've just played better with him in the team, and much like how Spurs do in real life. Kulusevski, as I mentioned earlier, there was a problem with him. He got fractured ribs out for 3 weeks, so he hasn't featured since the game against Man City, which is why I played the 4-3-3 for most of the games. But Kulusevski should be back for the Liverpool game. Yeah, he'll be fit in 2 days, so he probably won't be. Well, he won't be fit for Dortmund, but he should be fit for the Liverpool match. I mean, not Liverpool, Arsenal. Sold Matt Doherty. He's joining Porto in January. I don't know why it's not gone through in the normal transfer window, but he's going for like 9 million. I'm just glad he's gone because he's terrible. And I also loaned out Pape Matar Sarr. Yeah, I didn't realise he was still here. I think Spurs signed him a few years ago. He's like a prospect, but he's never going to be that good. But I just loaned him out anyway. So now we're going to get into the game. I've decided to go to 4-3-3 again. We're going to go with mid block instead of a high press because this game away against Dortmund is probably going to be the toughest game in the group that we're going to have. Kane's going to play as a deep line forward instead of a complete forward, just because I feel like he's better suited to that role, and I feel like when we want to try and dominate the ball as much as we do, we'd rather have a deep line forward who's going to drop into space, and you're going to use him as like an outlet to create chances. Dortmund, yeah, they have Jude Bellingham. They're quite a decent side. Well, Daniel Marlin's actually injured right now. I mean, the main attacking threat's injured. So that's good news for us. They're a decent side. I feel like we should probably win this game. Obviously, they've got Adeyemi, who anyone who played last year's game knows how good he is. But this is like early Karim Adeyemi, so he's just all pace and nothing else. So hopefully we can win this match. The team for the game is Lloris in goal. Hopefully he doesn't have a shit performance like he did against Liverpool. Back four, Davis because he's more defensive than Perisic, who's on the bench today. Longley because Romero has been terrible. Dyer, Di Lorenzo, Bentancur, the DM, Højbjerg, Basuma as the other midfield two. Son on the left, Asensio on the right, Harry Kane up front, and let's go Spurs. So yeah, first Champions League game today with Spurs. I'm going to see a few of the fancy new graphics. I hope. Yes, here we go. Great new features this year. Makes buying FM23 so worth it. Yeah, they got quite a strong team. So they had him playing up front, but hopefully we can limit him. He's sort of just all pace and nothing else, lads. Come on. We've gone with this team as you just saw. Um, so yeah, what lovely graphics to bring us into this match. Oh yes, the Champions League on the Champions League logo on the centre circle. There's Hugh Jass there, very tall and intimidating man with his pink afro and pink clothes and white scarf. Yes, I bet the Dortmund manager feels very scared right now of what's going to happen to him during this match. Yeah, got the players lining up there. So let's go. First highlight of the match here after about 9 minutes. We're in possession, which is good. Can we take the ball forward and spring a surprise on Dortmund? Here's Asensio. tackled, but he still has the ball. Asensio again. Oh, he squeezed it in. Marco Asensio. Oh, he just loves being on the camera. He's performed well in the Everton game, and now he's scored within 10 minutes against Dortmund. What a start this is from Spurs. Guerrero tried to tackle him, but he's nothing to compare to Asensio. Asensio, I mean, he took a deflection off the defender, but he won't care. He scored. So, yep. Spurs 1-0 up already. Another chance maybe for Spurs. We had a free kick there, just allowing us to retain possession of the ball. He's Asensio again. It was Kane. He's in. Oh, what a goal from Kane! Kerbal might be quite disappointed he didn't keep that out. It kind of went through his hands, but Kane won't care. Much like Asensio didn't care about that deflection earlier. Asensio passes it to Kane. Kane with his third goal of the season. Yeah, that's kind of poor goalkeeping, but Kane's shot was too powerful for him. And it's 10 already. I mean, clearly, we just play so much better on camera compared to other matches. I promise you, I'm not actually that good at this game. That every single match we play is just really, really good. But yeah, here we go again. Oh, Son's in. Hummels missed the header. Son, there's a one-on-one chance. I probably should have scored that. Koval redeems himself for that earlier error. But Spurs, it's all Spurs at the start of the match. And Julian Brandt, a good interception from Bentancur playing as the DM today. Son, forward to Kane. Can he finish it here? Kane! I'm not going to say anything because this is exactly the kind of situation that was, exactly the kind of goal that was disallowed last game. I'm not going to say anything. And the goal's been awarded this time. Yes. Harry Kane with a brace. I mean, I said before the match he hasn't scored as many goals, but he shut me up in this match because he scored two inside 25 minutes. 3-0 to Spurs already. Let's go. Kelb launches it forward. Dyer misses the header. Oh my god, Adeyemi somehow didn't score. The ball bounced off the bottom of the bar onto the line. I mean, I didn't think that would be a meaningful highlight, so I wasn't saying anything, but Dortmund almost got one back. But on the whole, I mean, a very good first half performance from the Spurs. 3-0 to the good. Kane of a brace, Senjo of a goal and an assist. And, I have to tell the boys again, they're doing brilliantly because that was just almost the perfect first half for Spurs. Longley wins the header over Suma. Højbjerg. Senjo, oh, lovely ball to Son. Can he score? I don't know what happened there, but I think he chipped it over the keeper and Hummels could just get there and clear it. Very close though. I just made a couple of the changes, just took off Di Lorenzo and Højbjerg, who were both booked, just to, make sure we don't get any stupid sendings off in this match. Um, yeah, I think we're very good at closing out games with Spurs. We kept quite a few clean sheets. I mean, most of the second halves of our games are just a bit more quiet compared to the first. We do our business in the first half and then shut up shop in the second. It's just great. Son here. Deflected. Cleared away. Into back into the middle. Kane! It could be a hat trick. It could be if the VAR gives this goal. I'm not sure if it was offside or not. Oh, it's been given. Yes, it's been given. Kane hat trick. Wow, I mean, maybe deep line forward Kane is the way to go, especially in this system. Wow, he's just physically dominant in the area. Defenders just don't know how to deal with him, and it's 4-0 to Spurs. In a game that we thought would be probably the toughest game of the group, and it's just been. I am tempted to say too easy. I mean, I'm even playing bloody Ryan Sessegnon in this game, and that just shows how shit you are, Dortmund. I'm playing Sessegnon. I'm also going to probably bring on Perisic as well. Uh, and yeah, yeah, Davinson Sanchez too. So as you can see, we've limited them very well. Adeyemi 6.2. Yeah, you own your pace, mate. You're nothing else other than pace. I mean, I guess the clean sheets in this competition don't matter so much. Bothered. I mean, I think Dortmund grabbed one back there through Wolf, but we won't care. I mean, it's been a great performance, really. Lloris has got a 7.0. He's kind of redeemed himself from the last game. Kane, oh, it's been disallowed. How lovely. So yeah, I mean, it's been another 4-0. We seem to love 4-0s quite a lot. So I've got nothing but positives to say about this team so far. I mean, we've only struggled against teams that, it's Liverpool and Man City, who are okay. Sessegnon should have scored there. Misses from a very tight angle, to be fair. Kasuma's in, but Dortmund get it away. So, I mean, I'm very pleased with us. I feel like it would probably be a lot harder against Arsenal, but we've been able to limit Dortmund very well with this mid block. And yeah, full time, I think. Yep, full time. Dortmund nil, Tottenham 4, and we're just going to move on straight into the next game because it was just a great performance. And Kane with a hat trick, and yeah, I mean, maybe the group won't be as hard as I thought. If we can get a result against Porto, then we're in good stead to top the group and get an easier draw for the first knockout round. Before we get into the game, I just wanted to draw your attention to the expectations from the board for the upcoming match against Arsenal. So both the board and the fans expect a draw against Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal haven't endured the best starts to the season. They're down in 14th place, but I mean, it's still early days and they could easily, they could still beat Spurs. So we're going to be responsible at the back and look to catch them on the break, I think, in this game. I mean, they haven't really had the best start. Odegaard's been terrible. Corners at right. Gabriel Jesus, again, is also terrible. But I mean, this team is strong and they still have a chance of winning against us. So it'll be a tough ask, I think. So for this match, I'm actually going to name an unchanged 11 from the game against Dortmund. So it's Lloris in goal, back four, Davis, Longley, Dyer, and Di Lorenzo. Bentancur as the DM, Basuma and Højbjerg as Mazzardo and box-to-box midfielder. Son on the left, Asensio on the right, Harry Kane up front. I mean, he did pick up a tight calf literally the day before this game for some reason, but I'm going to play him anyway because it's only a minor injury and he's Harry Kane. We have to play him in this match. The good thing is that Kulusevski is back on the bench today properly after recovering from his injury, so if we start losing, then he can come in off the bench for either Son or Asensio, or we could change the 43 run. We're also going to stick with the mid block today, like we did against Dortmund, just to make sure we're defensively secure. Because even though Arsenal haven't had the best of starts to the season, they're very much capable of beating Spurs, so we need to be responsible. So yeah, let's go. So here we go. Game against Arsenal, first North London derby of the series. Yeah, I'm predicting a tough match, but I feel like given our recent form, we do definitely have a chance here. We did very well against Dortmund, and I'm going with an unchanged team, so hopefully this team is capable of winning against Arsenal. I mean, of course, this fixture in real life ended in a defeat for Spurs, but that I wasn't managing them then. It was Conte, so we have a much better chance now. I'm not modest at all, see. Free kick to Arsenal in the opening stages. Saka, oh, he heads it off the bar. Yeah, I mean, a lot of highlights this year start from set pieces. So yeah, we've dominated the ball so far, but they've had the chances, so it's a bit worrying. We also just had a shot with zero XG. So if you know how XG works, that kind of doesn't make sense, but whatever. Getting closer to half time now. It's been quite an even game, really. The same amount of shots for both teams, really. Nothing much has happened. It's been a cagey affair, as you'd expect, really, from a highly pressurised match. So half time, Arsenal nil, Spurs nil, and well, I definitely would take a draw. That's what the board said that they wanted from us. So I'd definitely take a draw, but we haven't had a highlight. We haven't seen a highlight where we've attacked. So I'm probably still going to tell the players that I'm disappointed in their performance. And if it keeps going on like this, I'll probably bring on Kulusevski. We'll highlight straight away at the start of the second half. Will what I said to the players spur them on to get a goal here against Arsenal. Son wins it back. Excellent play from the South Korean. Here's Son. Tackled though. But we still have it. Okay, this is weird. I don't understand what's going on. Players just win the ball and lose it straight away. It's very confusing and hard to follow. It's kind of different with the match engine this year. Last year you wouldn't see that nearly as much. But yeah, can Kane win it? Yes, he flicks it onto Asensio. Asensio now running into space. Can he get the ball into the box? Oh, he's tackled. For God's sake. And now Arsenal can break with Martinelli. Odegaard, and he smashed it. Look, his first goal of the season. I pointed him out before the match saying, oh, he's had a shit start to the season. And of course, he has to score his first goal against me. And I don't know what Lloris is doing there. I, I praised him. I praised you before this game. I said 7.0 against Dortmund. That was good. And then I don't know what that is. Why are you dancing in the goal when the shot's like coming at you? Like, you can't do that. So now we're down a goal to Arsenal, and yeah, changes need to be made here. They also have a free kick. The guy will take it again. If he scores this, I don't know. Oh, he almost did. Lloris redeems himself somewhat with that save, but I'm not happy. So I've made the change. I put Kulusevski on. I've changed the 4-2-3-1 like we did against Everton. So hopefully we can play a bit better now. But what are you doing, Asensio? What are you doing? Control it and run with it. Don't just head it back to their keeper. That's just. Are you sure you know what team you're on? Oh, that's not a penalty. If that's given as a penalty, I swear that is not a penalty. I don't know. These highlights are so pointless. He's literally standing outside of the box and he's like, "Oh yeah, let's check to see if it's a penalty anyway, guys." And no penalty. So as I said, no penalty. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to say about this performance. We haven't been outclassed like we were against City, but we just haven't made enough chances in this game, and that's why we're losing. We're going to go high tempo, very up the passing, turn off, work well into the box, just to make sure we just have more chances. And Kane's and the players in advance forward, looking to score goals instead of linking up with other players. Also going to bring on Perisic because he's more of an attacking wing back. Yeah, it's just been a very poor display. Come on, Spurs. Let's get something from this. Or is it always the clock's going to tick away? Is that what's going to happen? Okay, there's a highlight at the end, but it's for them, so I don't predict us to do anything here. But Asensio actually has the ball on the break. Kane, Basuma, play it into Richarlison, out wide to Perisic. Maybe chances for Spurs. Perisic, Basuma, has a go. Oh, he skied it. Oh, you idiot. You idiot. That was the chance. That was the chance, and he's missed it. Well, it looks like we're going to end up losing this match. Kane, shocker. I mean, you just scored a hat trick, mate, and you think you'd be, ready to play Arsenal, and you've just. And it's disappointing the fact that we conceded the goal because of some stupid goalkeeping. Like, I don't know what the Reese is doing, dancing there when the shot goes in. But yeah, I'm furious, really. Son, Kane just didn't turn up. We didn't turn up for this game. Dyer 6.2. I mean, that performance was dire, mate. We've lost the first North London derby against Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, it's not all. I'm not actually that good at this game. We may have won 4-0 twice on camera, but we've lost to Arsenal. And yeah, I ain't happy with that. So that ends today's episode. Yeah, disappointing end, but yeah, I think the difference for this season, we need to pick up points against teams around us because if we want to get Champions League, that's exactly what we need to do. And so far, every single time we played against a top six team, we've lost. So it is a bit concerning. I did say Spurs one of the weakest teams in the top six, but I feel like we definitely had a chance in that match. In terms of the next episode, we're going to come back for Chelsea and Porto. I'll play these two games on camera. We're coming back quite quickly, but my idea is that if we win against Porto in the Champions League, we probably will top the group. So then we can just skip all these games here, and I'll probably come back for the after the World Cup break, a big break. We're going to come back for West Ham, Man United after that. So next episode Chelsea Porto. Next episode after that likely West Ham and Man United, depending on if the fixtures change or not. So. Yeah, disappointing end to the episode. We definitely should have got something from that game. I don't know what Lloris was doing, but it is what it is, and we have to go again against Leeds in the next Premier League fixture in a week, which hopefully we should win. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. It's much appreciated, and I'll see you next time.